Good morning, children. Now we will study friction with some examples. Okay. When we walk on the rough surface, we will not fall, isn't it? Same way, when we walk on the dry surface, we will not fall. But if we walk on the wet surface, otherwise if we walk on the polished surface, sometimes we may fall. Why? Because when we walk, one type of force will act between our feet and the surface to oppose the motion. In rough surfaces, this opposing force will be more. In polished and wet surfaces, this opposing force will be less. This opposing force is called as frictional force or friction. So what is friction? Friction is the opposing force acting between the two surfaces. Okay. So what's the definition for friction? Friction is the opposing force acting between the two surfaces. So what will friction do? It will oppose the movement of an object. Okay. When does this friction arise? This friction arises when two or more bodies in contact move or tend to move relative to each other. This friction always acts in the opposite direction of the moving body. When the body moves from left to right, the frictional force will act from right to left. Okay. So friction always acts in the opposite direction of the moving body. Okay. Then how this friction is produced? How friction is produced? When the surfaces are in contact. Okay. This frictional force is produced due to the geometrical dissimilarities. What is geometrical dissimilarities? Irregular or even. Okay. So the frictional force is produced due to the geometrical dissimilarities of the bodies which are in relative motion. If the surface is irregular, okay, then there will be more friction. If the surface is smooth, otherwise if the surface is polished, then there will be less friction. Okay. Now we will see what are the effects of friction. Okay. Friction can produce the following effects. First one, when friction acts on a body, it will oppose the motion of the body. What is the first effect of friction? That it will oppose the motion of a body. When friction acts on a body, it will oppose the motion of the body. Okay. That is, it will reduce the speed of the body. If friction is more, we cannot move very fast. Okay. So it will reduce the speed of the body. Okay. Second one, it causes wear and tear of the surfaces in contact. Okay. That means it will affect the surfaces in contact. Okay. Then third one, it produces heat. For example, when we rub our hands, heat is produced in our hands. What is the reason for that? Due to friction. Here two hands are in contact. Okay. When we rub it, heat is produced due to friction. Okay. So these are the effects of friction when the friction acts on a body. Okay. So in this class, we have studied three topics. What are the three topics we have studied today? Surface tension, applications of surface tension, then viscous force or viscosity, then introduction for friction. Okay. So we have studied three topics today. Okay. So read these three topics properly. Then I have given some questions. I will send it to through WhatsApp group. You have to write it in your classwork notebook. Okay. Thank you.